Yeah.
All right, we're going to do this flat roof today over a garage, and the first thing we need to do is clean the flashing everywhere on the perimeters. The flashing against the wall here needs to be cleaned, and we're removing all the old asphalt and cleaning the metal so it can receive our rubber membrane, and that's what we're starting to do right now. One of the problem areas on a flat roof like this is the railing, and it's the 4x4 post that you see like this that penetrates the roof here at the bottom. And the problem with this is where the roof is attached to the post. Let me clean it a little bit. And there you can see the copper. Okay, there you can see the copper. And let me remove that. Now you can see the copper flashing there. And this roof is attached to the copper there, and the copper comes up about to somewhere there. And you can see that's where they stop the copper. And the problem with this situation is that the water comes down here and goes right behind the flashing there. And then you have a leak. So the best thing is to take this railing off that's attached to the post and build a box around this post that goes over the flashing here. And once you have the box around the post, then you can put your railing against that box, and you will have this flashing protected. To do something like this, here's a sample of what the copper flashing looks like. This copper flashing is what comes around the post, and let's say this is where the roof is attached to the copper flashing, and this is the post. I'm going to put the post in here, and so what happens is the water comes down here and goes behind this flashing, and then it leaks through, and then you wonder why it's leaking. The solution for this problem is to add a cover over that flashing, like that. So you install a 1x or box around the post that goes over the flashing, and that's what you will get to cover, so the water cannot get behind that flashing, and then you put a cap on top, and that will be the completion of a post. This is another area that's some troublesome on a roof, and that's when you have a door that comes out onto the flat roof. And the door has the sill that sits on top of the 2x4s or some frame, but the flashing normally doesn't go up and underneath the door, and then it starts leaking. And if I can show you, I can put this bar all the way in that far. So that means the water can get in there. That's a big problem.
Harley, come right.
We took this board off from underneath this door sill to see what the flashing is like. And there's the flashing. And you can see the flashing here, but what happens is the flashing stops right here at the very top. You see where my finger is?
Yeah.
And that's a problem. That's okay, but we need counter flashing. So there's no pan underneath this sliding door that comes and counter flash here. So what we need to suggest now is this sliding door needs to come out, and a pan needs to be installed to counter flash this flashing. And that's why water would just leak behind this board, go behind that flashing, and leak behind this flashing and cause a leak underneath this roof. So that's one of the problem areas on most of the residential roofs. Starting to do this roof, and we stripped the membrane that was on top of this roof. This is the original roof, and there was another membrane on top of this. And we stripped it, and we cleaned the flashing. You can see here's the copper flashing. We cleaned the flashing against the wall. That's all clean now, ready to install our membrane. And also we installed a new metal edging, the white that you see there. That's a new drip edge. So we installed all of that, we prepared this. Now we are ready to install the rubber membrane over this roof as it is.